Welcome to another episode of the Six Figure Side Hustle. I'm here today with Selena, the boss behind the bar and founder of Liquid Loud Drinks, which she was kind enough to send me a few to sample. Hey, Selena, how's it going?
Hey Sabrina, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm really excited to sample some of these drinks.
Okay.
Uh, Thank you for sending them to me. So I am really excited because this is kind of a unique business in that you have your own drink brand.
Right,
Um,
correct.
what uh, what led you to start Liquid Loud, or how did that happen?
Basically I was bartending, I bartended for 12 years, going on 13. But I was on the bar and I got tired of people asking for the regular, the long gallons or the margaritas, sex on the beach. And I wanted to give my clientele something else. So I just started coming up with different stuff. And in doing that, people was like, "Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that." And they'll say, "Make me something," because they knew I can make something on the spot. And I was like, "Okay." So I said, "Well, let me stop making stuff, because what I'll do is I'll make it and I forget it." And they're like, "What's that? What's that drink?" I was like, "What drink?" It's like, "The drink you." I was like, "I don't know." They said, "Oh, come on." And I was like, "Man, I'm sorry." So I was like, "Okay, let me make a conscious effort to start, making these drinks and having them for my clientele." And so, of course, my first one was the Mango Madness. And then people said, "Well, can you do strawberry? Can you do peach?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So it just morphed into a brand on the bar. And then I had this one friend of mine. She said, "Well, you should sell your drinks." And I was like, "No, I don't want to do that." And so she was like, "No, you'll make good money. They'll buy it." So I took my mango and I basically went to the Dollar Tree, got the mason jars, put them in a little mason jar, 8-ounce mason jar, and I sold it for $5. And I mean, I put it up January 1st, 2014, and it's just been going. It's just been going, growing, going and growing. So, it just worked out.
That's really amazing. So you started as a bartender,
hmm
and just basically and I've been at the bar like, yeah, I'm tired of drinking the same drinks, and
Child.
can you make me
Yeah,
something? I've asked that question
I
before,
know. I
and
know.
results. Sometimes
Yes,
you
yes.
regret it, but you're having some positive feedback, and you put
hmm
it in a mason jar. I have some of those dollar store mason jars. They're the best.
Yes, yes.
And then what brings us to these? So you've gone through some packaging changes. You have a lot of different. So this is the peach crescendo drink.
Hmm
So you added some different flavors, and then also the Pine Express. That's a CBD drink, correct?
Yes. So actually, you got it mixed up. You got it backwards. The peach crescendo is the CBD. That's fine. And then the pineapple express is the spike drinks. So yeah, we basically it's two different drinks actually. So you got the CBD, like you said, and you got the spike, because I originally started with the spike drinks because I'm a bartender. So therefore, that's what people were asking for. Now in 2020, the world changed a little bit. So, but I was already doing the liquid loud. Now, mind you, I'm not a smoker, so I did not know loud meant, loud. And I was like, okay. So when I would go to these festivals, I would get cussed out. Ain't nothing in the drink, ain't nothing in the drink. So in 2020, what happened was, when the world went still, I just went to work and I just created another leg of my brand, which included the other stuff. So again, in 2010, like I said, I'm not a smoker. So of course the brand says liquid loud. Didn't know what loud meant. I was just I didn't know what loud meant. So after I got cussed out a few times, when the world went silent in 2020, I just went to work and I just taught myself how to make CBD infused lemonades. So I already made lemonade, so I just had to figure out how to infuse it and how for it to be, had to hit like I needed it to hit like my original drinks. So I went to work.
And
Yes.
what are some of the benefits of CBD? I know that I'm seeing this popping up in a lot of products, and you didn't really plan to do
Yeah,
it, but
right.
there's some benefits to it.
It's a lot of benefits, and it's crazy because what's happening is a lot of people are switching from alcohol to CBD or Delta 8 if their job allows it. So the benefits is like, you have anxiety, you kind of anxious, and I do this too. It'll kind of put you kind of calm, more of a calming, relaxing kind of vibe. A lot of people use it to sleep. Say you come home from long days of work, a lot of people like to kick back. Men particularly like to get a little beer or whatever. Women, they drink their wine, but you don't have to if you're not a beer drinker or a wine if you don't drink. I don't drink, so I'm my own avatar. I don't drink, but I still want to feel relaxed, and that's where my products come in at. So I mean, you wake up feeling so good, so refreshed, so so it gives you a really, really good sleep for people who can't sleep, who has issues with sleeping. I do as well. It just relaxes you and you sleep very good. So it's a ton of benefits, but mine in particular is the relaxation part and the anxious part. It's just an overall calming feeling, but it's a good feeling.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to try it now. I'm gonna save that one for before bed because I want to, like you just said, I do have trouble sleeping. Or wake
Hmm.
up and you just feel like going back to bed.
Good. Yeah, because like even with alcohol, a lot of people, I don't know if they know this, but alcohol is actually poison, so yeah, it'll relax you, but it's not the healthiest choice, I know everybody want to get turned. I mean, but um our age group, like nobody's like everybody's switching over. You still have your people who want to gonna drink what they want to drink, but a lot of people are switching over because the benefits, like, it's just unbelievable. So
Yeah,
definitely
so
that.
kind of like a health drink.
Well, you can't say yeah, and then it's good, and that's the thing. A lot of people, that does this product, it's not a lot of good like you. It's not a lot of good drinks, tasting drinks. Like you still have the benefit, but the taste, and that's what gets a lot of people. That's where the mixologists come in at. And people, how do you get this? It tastes so good. I said, well, I'm just not a regular drink brand. I have bartending, behind my name, so therefore I know how to mix. I'm a mixologist. I know how to mix my drinks. So yeah.
Yeah, your drinks do taste really good, but if you don't drink, how do you know that?
This is what everybody said. I was on the bar. I curated all my drinks on the bar. And then I do know how to make a good drink. I've been doing it for so long. Like I can make a drink without tasting it, and I know it's gonna be good because the measurements. I have my recipes down. Even if it's a new drink, I still have my formula of drink making. So I know how much to pour, regardless if I taste it or not.
Okay, so you kind of have metrics.
Mhm.
See, I started as a bartender too, but I was horrible. I would just be mixing things together, and then I
Yeah,
taste like that's way too sweet or that's way too
yeah.
strong. I didn't last that
Hmm.
long. I was not. Um, I didn't have a cookbook or a recipe book.
Yeah, I had to teach myself. I taught myself first, and then I would ask some of the vet bartenders who were older than me. Some of them wanted to help me, some of them didn't. But I figured since I didn't drink, I had to be better than everybody else. My drinks had to be better than everybody else, and that's just what happened. So it
Well,
just became like the norm.
yeah, that's really amazing that you went from a six-figure bartender to a six-figure mobile
Yes,
drink
it
brand.
drink brand. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's
And did
crazy. Yeah, it is crazy because I didn't plan this.
right,
Definitely.
it was kind of the best where your customers are, dictating the
Yeah.
demand, the market demand. They created this niche for you.
Mhm.
Just you're such an amazing bartender. Do
Yes, thank
you
you.
still bartend?
Yes. So now I'm just in the private realm, and that's, yeah, that's where it is, because what's happening and I noticed that Liquid Loud has taken over, so a lot of people don't know that I bartend. They just know I got good drinks, and I'm like, yeah, I bartend. So they like, you do private bar? Yes, I actually bartend. So right now, probably well, this year too. Got 2 more months. I'm gonna start focusing more on my bartending, so they won't just think I'm just a standalone drink brand. No, I'm the whole package. So that's what I, plan. I'm gonna create another leg. So I do have the mentorship. I have a drink brand, and I'm gonna create a bartending service. So people, and I still bring my drinks to the bar, the bartending, but I want to get like, I'm sure you've seen all these bartenders, these mobile bars, they're starting to do all these aesthetics and get with the event planners. So I want to get with some top notch event planners, because if all I'm missing is my aesthetics, oh, that's nothing. I can do that. So, I don't want to get overlooked, because I know I have some good drinks, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a natural, if you get paid. So how much as a mobile bartender, like, do you charge per hour or per event? Or I'm just
I
wondering
just do the
how you offer
events, but
packages.
now I am working on my different packages, but I just do events, because I don't charge by the hour, because normally it's like 50 not 5 hours for an event is that's 5 to 6 hours, so that's what I probably like price it out as. And then you have to come in early, okay, to set up, and you have to stay over to break down, through the 30 minute, like it's a whole, like, how we have these events, it's still a whole system behind what's going on, especially with the weddings, because a lot of people, I'm like, do you have something for cocktail? What do you mean? While you're taking pictures, you can't expect your guests to just sit around. You have to have something for them to do. You have a cocktail hour, whether it's beer or wine. It's so much that people don't know that goes into bartending. They like, oh, I didn't know all that. Of course you didn't. So, therefore, that's where I come in and try to make it easy, peasy as much as I possibly can, with my expertise. So, yeah.
Because the mobile
I just
bar,
like
is
to
that your first six-figure business, or was the drink brand?
I think the drink brand, because I like doing the drink brand. My sister like doing the mobile bartending. I love bartending, but I look at the money. I like making the drinks at the house, and I could just go set up, and I can make depending on what event, what's going on, I can make between a good 6 to 10K. So, what I'm saying? That's why I said the drink brand, okay?
The drink brand, because you don't usually make 6 to 10,000 as a bartender,
No, you're
unless
not gonna do
you're
that.
a really good tipper. But just
Yeah.
to where are you going to sell your drink brand? Like, what type of event?
Some festivals I can't do, because I had the alcohol. But what happened is, now I have another leg to my business. So I say, hey, well, I can't see, and a lot of people are doing alcohol, so it's kind of like I'm fizzing myself out of it. I'm gonna always still do it, because that's my baby. But if the CBD is a little bit more lucrative, and I can work less or the same amount, I'm just gonna, go with that. So now I'm telling them, hey, well, I don't necessarily have to have the alcohol. How about we do CBD? And they'll, oh, okay, we'll do it. So, I'm learning that I'm pivoting in my business right now. But festival wise, I did Pride, I did like Taste of Soul Atlanta, I did Homecoming, not selling my drinks but bartending. So basically I get referred out, and the festivals that I've been doing, I've done it so long I'm grandfathered in. So it's a couple, just, and I don't do festivals every weekend, because it's a lot. So that's the thing. I can do like 1 or 2 festivals a month, and I'm good, you know. And then whatever else, I have an e-commerce where I sell my drinks online. So I'm getting that together, because we're going into the winter season. So it's just a lot of stuff with these drinks that you can do that a lot of people don't know, and the demand is switching from alcohol to CBD. And so I'm in a good niche right now, in a good field.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. So if someone was to want to do their own drink brand, what advice would you
Honestly, I
give them, or
started on
where should
social
they
media,
start? Is this
and I
like,
tell people, if you want to do it, you need to learn you need to know what you're doing. So A lot of people, their friends tell them, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that," and I always encourage people, you should go to the bar. And I mean, just try it, because what happens is, if you want real life testimonials and you want real life, you know, they're gonna tell you, because they're paying for their drinks, and they expect you to know what you're doing. So I just tell people, sample your products out, sample, because those are the best testers, and not just sample your friends and family, sample people that you don't know, and be open to criticism. That's how I got so good. My drinks wasn't always top notch. Now they were good, but since I didn't drink, I had to perfect my recipe. So my mom would say, "Oh, it's too sweet." Then I have to fix it again. "Oh, it's too strong." Then I have to fix it again. It took a lot of fixing, okay, to get to where I'm at. So don't. Yeah, and I mean, and it's not gonna be, everything is not for everybody. So just be fine with, okay, this is not for you. Because I tell people all the time, I want to get stuck. Well, this is not for you. You trying to get stuck, you need to go somewhere else. This is just really to have a nice, mellowed out, cool. We're not getting stuck over here. We grown, we business owners, we got stuff to do. You know, we got stuff to do. I can't be sitting up here, "Oh, I'm so," yeah, no. So that's what I'm
Right. We
about.
can always,
Yeah, and yeah, people, they take my advice. Some people do, some people don't. You know how that goes. But that's my advice to anybody. Just start, because a lot of people just waiting on their right time. It's never a right time. Like, I honestly, my customers have led me. I let my customers lead me. If enough people say do it, I do it, and it's been going good.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
definitely always a good business model because you have
Mhm.
built-in clientele because they were asking for a product. And I'm one of those people like,
Yeah.
hey, I wouldn't buy this, but if you sold this, I would be a
Mhm.
customer. And sometimes they're like, well, that's not the direction I'm going. But accommodate, like, you know what, you're not the first person to say that. So I think that's definitely a good mark of a business owner,
Right.
being able to heed their advice or requests and then come up with those products. Because you were very able to pivot into CBD and those drinks. Just go over, I guess, your pricing structure. Like, how much does it cost
I mean,
to make
the
versus,
if you can
what
show the
can you
bottles,
sell
they're
these
small. They're
things
the 8 ounce
for?
bottles. So I have two different ones. So which one you have right now? The 8 ounce bottle with the spike, that those go for 15. And it's crazy because before I got in the inner circle, my prices were very low, and I didn't know. So it took like premium people to say, "Listen, you got something that a lot of people don't have. You need to double your prices." So they used to sell for 7, and now they're 15, and it's not a rebuttal, because it's the quality of the product, of the product. And then the other ones, the other 8 ounces with the green in it, those sell for 25. And again, people don't mind buying it because it do what it needs to do. And my price points, my price profit margin is very much so decent. I just realized how to do my.
You don't got to share all the numbers that you don't want. I was just, for anyone interested, just to see how lucrative this could be for them to figure out their
Yes,
own
like a
little
recipe
cookbook
book.
because
And what
you
I
have your
did, I have so
own
many recipes.
cookbook, drink.
I think I just did that just to, show people, like, you can come up with anything. Like, anything, as long as it's good and it's a decent product, people gonna buy it. It needs to do what it needs to do. So I see a lot of people. I started doing this in 2014, and so it was a surplus in 2020, because the bar got shut down. Like, the bars were shut down. So a lot of bartenders started taking that model. Okay, well, let me just see if I can do it. So it's a lot more people doing it now. But again, they're not doing it they're just doing it just to do it. You have to be intentional about how you present your brand. So that's what I'm teaching. Be intentional. You have to um brand awareness. Like, a lot of people don't even know my name is Selena. They just say Liquid Loud. Like, and I answer. And that's fine, because I worked hard for that. So, It's just you got to be intentional with what you're doing, what you're putting out there. Don't just do it and just say, "Oh, this didn't work out." It's gonna take some time. This is over 8 years, and I'm still learning. I'm going into a whole nother market, which is e-commerce. Never knew I would be able to sell these products on e-commerce. So it's just a lot, but it's a good thing, and I'm taking it, step by step.
Yeah, I think this is a really good industry. Like you said, if you want to start as a
Exactly.
bartender, you have clients you could kind of try drinks on and see what's working and make sure that as you're seeing what's working, you're coming up with
Exactly.
your own recipe book that's custom to your brand. And then those festivals sound
Yeah.
very lucrative, like six to ten
Is
thousand dollar days and weeks. What advice would you give someone who wants to get
um
hooked up with a festival in
they'll
their
they
area
do your
and be able to
research.
sell
I mean, it's
brands?
a whole research game. That's all I've been doing. I've been researching, and a lot of stuff I miss, honestly, because I wasn't doing the research that I thought I should do. So, look up festivals in your city. Look up pop-up shops in your city. You have to put yourself out there. You have to get out there, and it's going to cost some money. So just make sure that you let them know what's going on, because a lot of people may say yes, a lot of people may say no. Always shoot your shot. They can only tell you no. But that's the thing. Just look up, research and look up festivals that's happening in your city, in your state. You may have to travel, so just check it out and see what's what, and then talk to people around you. Start going to events. Once you go to one festival and you start talking to other people, start talk to the vendors. See where their next setup is going to be. See how they got into a festival or a pop-up shop, and see how you can maneuver. See if you can maybe share a vending booth with them, like anything just to get your foot in the door, and then you start making your own connections as you go. That's it.
That's a good idea
Hmm.
to partner with maybe another
That's
booth,
exactly how
especially
I started.
like
Like I didn't know
saluting you
about
at
festivals.
the good
I just
drinks
was
next.
having my drinks and a girl DM me and she said, "Hey, I'm doing this festival and it costs 600. You want to split the booth? I can pay 300. You pay 300 and we sell our products." And that's exactly how I got on the festival scene. That's exactly how. So I'm not telling you nothing I don't know or do. So,
Yeah, that's an amazing little hack. If you could, so you could technically work 2 weekends a month
yeah.
and make anywhere from 12 to
Mhm.
20,000 just working
Definitely.
festivals with your private drink brand. Yeah, those are some good options. I might have to
Mhm.
get into the kitchen and because I do drink. So if anyone is starting their drink
Right.
brand and they need testers, I will volunteer. I
Yeah,
like
see, it's
tequila,
not hard,
rum,
but it's
and
like
vodka
it's
and
just it's
wine.
not all glory because I didn't I built myself up to make this money because I'm always I bring drinks with me everywhere I go, even at the little events. Sometimes, like, no lie, I did not have a booth at Invest Fest. I don't know if you went to Invest Fest. I shared a booth. I shared a booth with Shannon. She opened her booth up to me, and I had one cooler that day, that weekend. With that, those 2 days, I did not have a booth. I made 5K, and people was like, "How did you do that?" And I'm like, I was walking around, but people already knew me, and they already know what I have, and so they said was, "Where you at? I'm following you," and I would bring them back, give them their drinks, and it worked out, and I couldn't believe I made 5K that month, and because it was.
I know that doesn't even
But you know
seem like
what?
the
And
right
this is what I'm
market,
learning
but the fact that,
because it's the right
people
market because people at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, they want a drink. They want a drink, and nobody was there serving drinks. So that was like it was an open field for me, and a lot of people still didn't know I was there. So I didn't even sell out because a lot of people still didn't know I was there. The ones who saw me, they saw me. But and then two, what I was getting because again I'm new to this conference scene. a lot of people, they're anxious, they're nervous about networking, they don't like going up to people, so they say, hey, I need a drink. Or and I have both. So, some people like, look, I need a drink, I'm sick, I'm tired, this is information overload. Other people like, I'm antsy, I need something to calm me down. So I have the best of both worlds, and I sell them both.
That's
Exactly.
interesting because I'm that type of person where I do my networking
Hmm.
at the bar when I'm not, I'm very introverted. So I would
And
when
and
people
that's exactly
running
what
out when they're like,
when
go
they go
use
on
the
break, I
restroom,
get to
I'd be like,
standing up.
where's
All
Selena?
right.
Let me get it.
you know. So it works out. And so, nobody's on the conference scene like that. But I said, you gotta be mindful. But again, just so happy everybody already knew what I was doing and what was going on. So they like, yeah, come on. And it's not like I'm like, oh, get joint, it's very subtle. People know what I got going on. And they come right to me and say, look, I need something. And it's just I'm the pusher man. But it works out. Yeah, so they
You
exactly.
make it
It's
sound
nobody. They come up and say, "You got
nefarious,
some
but
stuff on you," and
um,
it never fails. And I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah,
So, and even with that, I can make a cool. Say it's just like a little event. Probably I can run like five between $500 and $1,000, $500 and $1,000 within a few hours. Because I just, what I have on me is what I have, and what I sell is normally typically $1,000 worth of merchandise that I have on me, which is probably like a few drinks. So it works out. I just keep them with me at all times.
I have seen
Yes,
you go out and
yes.
pop the
So
trunk
you already
and
know I'm
then you come
working.
back with the drink.
Yeah. So that's my
Like,
networking tool.
I'll be,
When I'm talking to people, they say, "Hey, what do you do?" And while I'm
that's,
talking to you, a customer come up and I'm like, "1 second." And they're like, "Oh, what you got going?" So it's kind of subtle, and but it still gets me out there as well.
yeah, I love
Okay.
your brand packaging. I am going to sample it since we got through the interview. I had to think
Just
about it
taste it.
like,
You
well,
don't
do I
have
want
to.
to
Yeah,
drink and
just
then try
sample.
to
Just
interview
taste it.
her,
So that's the
or
Pineapple
should
Express
I just sample it?
with the.
This tastes like
Yes.
being on
Yes.
vacation.
All right,
This tastes
Sabrina. We
like
said take.
vacation
Look.
in a bottle,
We said
honestly.
take.
I know, take a little sip. No, that is amazing. That
Mhm.
it's
Yes.
very tasty. It's also unique. Um, coming from someone who like
Yeah.
that pineapple really tastes like pineapple. Like it's hard to describe something like when you're a food critic and you're trying to convey it when you guys can't taste it. But that was really
Not
amazing.
leaving you
It was
speechless.
yeah, that was a really good drink. I can't wait to and I'm giving you genuine feedback. I've had your drinks before, of course,
No,
but this I don't think I've had this flavor. And I've always liked your drinks, but this was delicious. It immediately made me
I
feel
know
like I
that's
was on
right.
an island and they were
That's what I
serving
like to
me
hear.
on the beach.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I like to hear. You can
Put that
taste
in
the
a
other one
bottle.
too, just a little bit, because I want you to taste how it tastes, just a little
You're my last
bit.
today, so
Put it down.
okay, I'm going to put it down. So um
You open.
I one it when you open that bottle, it smells like loud. Anyone who is familiar with that term on a social
Yes.
basis, it does smell like some liquid loud. But my criticism about like the CBD market is it kind of
Yeah.
tastes like you're eating grass, like it tastes like you're eating the weed,
Yes.
and that does not. No weird aftertaste. It just
And
tastes like a really delicious
that's what I was
beverage.
aiming for.
Um, so if I will
Yeah,
give
look,
this
text me later. Look,
approval.
text me tomorrow after, everything. But yeah, that's what I was going for, because I was like, man, I had CBD drinks, and when I'm out. People, I do the same thing. Here's my bottle. Let's swap. And I'd be like, I don't want to. Yeah, it'd be so awkward. I don't want it, but I have to, play the part. But I know, and I'm not speaking just 'cause I'm
Yeah,
biased because I do the drinks. I know my drinks are good because I've tasted a couple of people, and I'm just like this one girl. She made. She, I do the same thing. I said, oh, okay. I said, yeah, I make my own lemonade. She's like, yeah, I just use Minute Maid lemonade, and I was like, no, you girl, no ma'am, Minute Maid. Oh, of all lemonades, you can get a Simply. You can go to Chick-fil-A. You girl, and so she's like, you want to trade? I was like, in my head, I was like, no, but I had to, but so yeah, I know we have a quality.
no, these are very delicious drinks. They are very tasty, and that is a major
Right,
issue with CBD products is it tastes like you're
exactly.
eating weed, and if you're gonna eat weed, you might as well smoke it. But this is a delicious way to consume it. I'm
I
gonna drink.
wouldn't
So
suggest.
before I go to bed,
It
should I
depends on
drink
your
this whole
tolerance.
bottle, or
I
do you
I never
break it
drink the
in
whole
two?
bottle. And then also, just a FYI, I do have snacks as well, edibles, aka snacks. So, and it was crazy because I'm not a edible person. Like, I don't cook. I'm not a baker. I tell people, everybody, I'm not a baker. I'm a drink maker. And so, they was like, well, basically, just a couple of just a couple of snacks. I know how to do the gummies. I know how to do the cookies and cream. When I say simple and popcorn and cheeses, that's probably it. Other than that, if I have to bake it, now I did learn how to do a peach cobbler because I like peach cobbler, so I did do that. But as far as like cookies and now I do a brownie because it's easy, but that's it. So I just have snacks to go along with it. So now I have like a bundle. We can get a drink, a snack, and it works good. So that's what I do. I do a drink. I do a handful of gummies. I do half a popcorn and half a drink, and I'm good. That's like my little nightcap. And so yeah, and I sleep very well, very well. So it really, depends on your tolerance. I'll say for you, maybe like half the drink because you're gonna feel it like within 30 minutes, and then from there you can realize if you want to drink the rest of it or not, or just save it, put it in the freezer, let it slush up.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna drink this one
okay.
when we get off because I don't have to drive anywhere. I'm
Hmm.
gonna do this one. Like you said, try
Okay.
half and wake up fresh. I'm looking forward to that. Um, so I really appreciate it. You sending me these samples. They were delicious. And with that, we're gonna get into the Rainmaker round. Go through a few extra questions for you. I know you attend a lot of conferences. What's the last
The
one you
last one was
attended,
actually
and what
precise
is the
and
biggest gem you
power
learned?
talk. It's my turn to speak, and that was this past weekend. Um, and what I learned was basically consistency because I get overwhelmed a lot. Like for years, I've been doing a lot in my business. It's just been me, and I actually just fired her, but I had hired a VA because I'm learning I can't scale without a team. So I'm building a team as we speak right now. I have a couple of interviews lined up, but I'm building a team as we speak. But I had to learn what I needed for my business in particular. So I have two different aspects of it. So you say I do have the digital and I have the products as you already tasted. So it's just a lot. It's overwhelming, but I learned consistency, consistency. As tired as I am mentally, I can't stop. So I'm learning to put people in places. So right now, as we speak, I'm looking for a social media manager to just take the load off because social media in itself is another job. So I'm learning I have to go live. So I'm gonna start going live on Wednesdays and I'll probably pick up another day. But for right now, definitely on Wednesdays. So I'm going live tonight. And I'm just gonna give value to people who, I'm learning that I know a lot of stuff and to me it's just I know stuff, and then people are, how do you know this? How do you know this? And I'm like, I research, but a lot of people need value on what to do and how to do, and how to um get out of their own way. So that's what I learned this weekend, basically consistency, because I was it's close to like, look. I'm just gonna take a week off, and basically they told me ain't no days off. Like you got to keep pushing. So that's what I learned this weekend: consistency, keep going, go live even more.